Assalamualaikum. Today I want to share my personal journey of preparing for and taking the TOEFL test where I recently got a score of 423. Instead of seeing this score as a failure, I am using it as a starting point to reflect deeply on my learning. Inspired by John Dewey's ideas on education and Donald Scott's concept of reflection, this study looks closely at the learning and psychological challenges I face and how I am trying to fix them. Let's start with my first big challenge, the listening section. In many classrooms, we are used to hearing our teachers speak English in a very clear, slow, and familiar way. It feels safe and easy to understand. But during the actual TOEFL test, I panicked. The speakers talk very fast, blended, they work together and use different accents, like British, Australian, and American dialects. Instead of focusing on the main idea, my brain would get stuck on just one unfamiliar word. Because of that, I would lose track of the whole conversation. Thinking back on this, I realized that just memorizing vocabulary lists was not enough. I need to immerse myself in real English. So my solution was to start listening to authentic English podcasts every single day. By listening to native speakers talk at regular speeds with different accents, I am training my brain to stop worrying about every single word and focus on the general context instead. The second, and perhaps hardest hurdle, was the reading section. To be completely honest, I have strongly disliked reading since I was a child. I would not even read comic books. This meant I didn't have good reading stamina or habits, especially in English. Reading in a second language is hard because you need to recognize words quickly and understand the meaning at the exact same time. Since my brain was not used to this, I read incredibly slowly during the exam. I spent too much time trying to translate difficult academic texts, lost track of time, and the clock ran out before I could finish. To fix this old habit, I changed my approach completely. I started a practice called extensive reading by forcing myself to read full books and novels in English. I began with books that matched my current level and interest, and slowly moved to harder ones. This daily habit helps me in three ways. It makes me recognize words faster, grows my vocabulary naturally through stories, and build the mental strength I need to read long TOEFL texts without feeling exhausted. Looking at my experience, I now understand that preparing for a test is about more than just studying grammar. It is about your motivation, attitude, and confidence. Before, I used to avoid reading completely, but by taking action, fixing my listening with podcasts and my reading with books, I am changing how I see myself as a student. I am no longer just a passive test taker who gets frustrated. I am taking control of my own language learning. In conclusion, a TOEFL score of 423 is not the end of the road. It is a motivation to keep improving. Learning from experience is a lifelong journey. By understanding my weaknesses and using real world solutions, I am confident that I will not only get a better test score next time, but also become truly fluent in English. Thank you for watching. See you.